Hey everyone and welcome. As we all know, a bad workman always blames his tools, but a toolmaker's son, i.e. Keir Starling, blames the Tories.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Now this was in the Houses of Parliament, and it was Nigel Farage, Reform UK leader, asking questions at the PMQs of Keir Starling on, guess what everyone, the two-tier police and justice system. Now have a look at the response to the question.
Farage. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yesterday we witnessed some extraordinary celebratory scenes outside Britain's prisons where in some cases serious career criminals were released. And this to make way for, yes, rioters, but equally those who've said unpleasant things on Facebook and elsewhere on social media. Does the Prime Minister understand? There is a growing feeling of anger in this country that we are living through two-tier policing and a two-tier justice system.
They still refuse to admit that there is, don't they? All that jeering, all that posturing. These people sicken me, they really do. They won't admit the truth. They never admit the truth. Not one of them has got the minerals to admit the truth because they know that we would immediately kick off with all of them because they're all to blame, are they not? All we have to do is look outside and we see the two-tier system all around us now. And nothing these people can say or jeer will change that fact. Let's have a listen to what this vacuous snake says in reply.
I'm angry to be put in a position of having to release people who should be in prison because the last government broke the prison system.
I'm angry that you've released prisoners back into population that shouldn't be released into population, considering, you all know my feelings on this, we've got over 10,000 foreign national prisoners in our system. We could remove them and instantly have 10,000 places miraculously. I know, it's like magic. Magic that these people don't seem to understand or don't want to understand, and it makes you wonder why, doesn't it? Did he want the violence on the street? Because then he can be even more draconian with you, even more villainous, even more orientated at getting your money out of your bank accounts and out of your pockets and into everybody else's but you who deserve it. Let's continue.
And the Prime Minister was repeatedly warned. He had his own release scheme. He was repeatedly warned that he had to adopt the scheme that we put in place. The former Justice Minister said if we don't do it, we'll have to get down on our knees and pray.
They're not releasing them now though, are they? So you can't blame them. You can't blame the Tories. Don't get me wrong, they were doing it as well, so they are just as much to blame. But at the moment, he's the one that's releasing them, isn't it? So it's pot calling the kettle black, isn't it? Let's continue.
Police chiefs made it absolutely clear in a letter to him before the election that he needed to take action, saying that they wouldn't be able to discharge their duties and saying the risk was loss of an ability to detain suspects. That means, Mr. Speaker, an inability to arrest people committing offences. That's how...
That could be fixed with the foreign nationals, but they won't do that. They'll just release criminals back into our midst when they have a perfect out.
Bad it was, and they warned the leader of the opposition that further delays until after the general election will increase the risk significantly. What did he do? He delayed and increased the risks.
Have you noticed how there's no mention of building any more prisons? Considering Starmer and the Starling Brigade are in charge now with a massive majority, supposedly, even though they only got a few votes. You'd think they'd be talking about building new prisons, wouldn't you? But they're not doing that. Oh, no. They're just going to have to release the amount of people that they're actually putting in. So it'd be like a revolving door. But don't worry, this is going to fix things, everyone. This is going to make our streets safer. This is going to make it safer for your loved ones. This is going to make you less worried when they are out on their own. Isn't it? Does with me. Not. Now, this whole building is a theatre. Not one of these cretins, as far as I'm concerned, has any moral spine, moral fortitude, or a thirst for honesty. Not a single one. This whole building is designed to create laws to withhold you. Am I wrong? If you think I'm wrong, let me know. It was a good question. The response was expected. It wasn't our fault. It's not our fault. It's their fault. But You were in control, but it is your fault, but it isn't your fault, it's their fault. You understand where I'm going with this? It's just a blame game. This is theatre to make it look like they're actually doing something instead of doing everything against you. Let me know what you think. Stay sane. See you on the next one.